and welcome back for another video. So today we have a special treat for you. And Black Macho, aka Soncerea, has posted an old video. Now I don't know if this was supposed to make her look better or worse. I guess let's take a look and then we'll be the judge of that. Shall we?
The story of me and my son's father. I'm going to tell this story again. I told this story so many times, and it looks like I'm going to have to keep doing it because a lot of times women come in my comment section being extremely judgmental, assuming that they know what happened between me and my son's father. I usually block women who are disrespectful, but I need for women to understand this story. So in the event that you hear another woman talking about this story, you cut her off before she can even start spewing out that hatred. It's so you can know the truth about my situation with my son's father, okay? His name is Priest, all right? We were talking for a while over the phone before we went on our first date. We went on our first date. At the end of the date, I just randomly asked him, was he married? He told me he was separated, so we just decided to be friends. Then after a while, we got to talking, and he was explaining to me that his estranged wife knew who I was, and she was dating other people. Eventually, I ended up talking to her, and she said yes, she was dating other people, and she was excited about my relationship with him. Okay?
Okay, so first of all, let's recap a little bit. So this video is from like 2016, 2017. So we're talking a good 6 years plus ago, over half a decade. And this woman is still talking about Priest. And I don't know if you remember from my last video that'll be linked in the description, but low key, she's already received a cease and desist by saying this man, anything about this man, period. His name, mentioning anything about him or his ex. He's not even with that wife that she's talking about anymore. He's with someone totally new. So not only has he superiorly moved on in a sense, but this lady is still talking about him. Now, granted, I know it's her baby's father, but if the guy has shown zero interest in you, zero interest in your son, why are we still talking about this man? What point is there to prove? Any thoughts so far?
I got nothing.
All right, let's let it play.
So I was never like this woman who was like hiding, sneaking around, and being some dude's mistress. Here's a clip of he and I doing a live stream.
Right now, since me and Priest are like apartment searching, town searching, really outside of like out. He's in the shower right now, so when he comes out, you'll probably be able to see him. I have food on like a hot plate in a hotel. That's Soncerea's life right now. That is Soncerea's life. So try not to be judgmental. A lot of you guys are extremely judgmental. Listen, I don't think it was hard. Was it hard for you to be single? He liked being single. He wasn't expecting me to come along. I mean, listen, are you if you compared being single to how you feel now, does it feel trapped? Do you feel trapped? Are you sure? I'll lie. You feel trapped? Okay, fine. All right, fine. All right, I can
Go ahead, Boo.
I know why he left. Because he had to wake up to that every morning.
Wow. And this was her better looking years, okay? Because if you guys see her now, she's probably another 50 to 60 pounds heavier than this. And it's like, I don't know what the heck happened. This guy sent her into like a superior depression to where she's gained a lot of weight and maybe just having the kid. But you've had 5 years plus to lose the weight. So really that's no excuse. But I mean, here they are, right?
She catfished him. She probably had her face painted like how she do on most of her normal stuff. That's all to it. He just stuck in there like, okay, baby. And he's like, nope, you know what? I can't do it. Sorry, I tried.
She's always got those modeling pictures from back in the day. And she typically does come online with a lot of makeup and freshly done hair and all that good stuff. However, I think the reason that he was with her is because, as you can clearly see, they're in a hotel eating off of a hot plate. So homeboy left his wife and had nowhere else to go. And this was the chick that was around and willing to put a roof over his head. Okay, now why he left, I can probably tell you, but we're gonna let more of the video play and watch a little more of the story because there's a lot to say here.
I don't want you to feel trapped ever.
Yeah, she is out of fun.
Men do love being single. They do. They do. You like?
All men don't like being single.
You like being single?
I did like being single.
You did. I know you. I think women hate being single. I think women don't like
But
that.
see, my single was different because I just came out of marriage. So
Yes, that's what I keep trying to tell everybody. He was married for such a long time. Like sometimes I'm worried. Like, you sure you don't want to be like
don't start that.
single a little longer before you try to get?
Don't start that.
I'm just saying, you were single for like 2 minutes. Too many kids are overrated. Like I wouldn't want like more than I don't know 2. 2. How many kids you want? How many kids you want? 3. Okay. 3 is a lot. 3. Can you afford 3? Can you afford 3? If I can afford 3, then I'll have 3.
That should have been a red flag for her right there. Like, here she is in a hotel room asking a man, can you even afford 3 kids? He didn't answer you. First of all, he didn't say, I want 3 kids by you. He just said, how many kids would you want? And it was like a friendly conversation. Nah, I probably want 3. He didn't say with you. He didn't say right now. It's certainly not while y'all are eating off a hot plate in a hotel. Would this be a great time to start a family? No, it wouldn't. So, Soncerea, you're putting all this information out there to try to save yourself, and you're making yourself look mad dumb. That's like embarrassing for him.
He should have just been honest with her. Be like, chick, I can't even afford to feed you a Happy Meal.
Right. Y'all literally are eating off of a hot plate in a hotel, and you're talking about having kids at 37, and he was already in his 40s. Like, yuck.
Yeah, 3 I could do. But I would have to have them back to back to back to back to back. It can't be like 1 kid here, then with some kids later, because I already have one. I'm 37, so I can't like really spread it apart. Like each couple has their different thing that they have to deal with in regards to each other.
Notice how he's like looking at a phone or something. He's barely paying any attention to anything she's saying. She's like forcing answers out of him. Did you want to be single? Are you feeling trapped right now?
She don't have any kids at the moment, right?
She has a grown child at this point.
Oh, she does have a grown child?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe she wants another kid, like she's hinting around. And maybe it's not that she's his only option, more like he's her only option. Because, I mean, the fact is, if anybody saw her some of her other posts that she made, can I call it posts? She says stuff that most guys will look at and just shake their head like, no, not gonna happen. So why not get a dude who actually needs you for his livelihood? Then it's like, I mean, hey, he got no choice. It's like, oh, well, I guess I can shoot one inside her if it means I get a roof over my head. And, you know.
I still don't think that he wanted a family at this time, though. He supposedly was just getting out of a marriage, that he didn't have any children with the wife, but he was getting out of a marriage. And I think she was like, what do you call it? Like a rebound. Like he had just gotten out of a bad marriage, supposedly. And, he obviously didn't have anywhere to go. Maybe he was between jobs. And, this chick is like all over him, building up his ego after he just went through something hard, which is divorces are hard.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I don't get why people get married. And when I say I don't get why people get married, okay, I got married. But when I say this, I mean, for the simple fact, if you're not trying to have children, couldn't you just, I don't know, just stay with the person and not get married? I mean, I always thought that like children, yes, I get the whole monogamy thing, but couldn't you do that without actually getting married? And I know that, there's some benefits to getting married law-wise, but if you take that out of the equation, it's like, isn't the whole thing children?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, we don't know a whole lot about the backstory with him. Who knows? Maybe he was trying to have children with that woman, and maybe they kept having miscarriages or something. We don't know. But what we do know is that this chick was with him for literally a matter of months, knew he was still married, was deciding to go from hotel to hotel with him, and said, this is a perfect time for me to get pregnant. And now because she looks dumb all over social media and pretended to commit suicide for a period of time there as well. Now she's trying to save face or something. I don't even know why she would post this. Let's let the video play some more, because I promise you it gets worse.
Like certain sacrifices and things that they have to let go in order to be together. So those things, because he didn't have kids, it made it easier because it was some other stuff.
Always could have been worse.
What time was you gonna talk about it?
It always could have been worse.
You don't know? You don't trust me? Why would I do
Not
that?
that I don't trust you, but
Why would I do that right now?
you gotta have about 3 glasses and trying to
So
walk
what? Like,
top down like
it
that.
don't matter how many glasses of wine I have. I'm not gonna tell our personal business. Let me tell you something. This one right here, player. He was a player when I met him. He still doesn't admit it. He still will not admit it. But he was a player. He was a player. Okay, I don't know what. Listen, I think I had kryptonite in my pussy. That's what got him to slow down. Because I'm telling you, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I gotta stop it again. Did you see his face after she said that? This dude was looking at her, and then she said, "I must have kryptonite in my coochie," and then he was like, and went right back to whatever he's doing over there in that corner. Like, please, what? No, I'm pretty sure he just needed a place to stay. Let's just call it what
If
it
there
is.
is any women watching this, coochie is coochie. All women have it. It is like a 1%. I'll even say maybe a 10% factor. No, I'll even give it better than that. I'll say 20% factor out of all the things that's running through a guy's head about whether he'll potentially want to be with you. That 20% is not enough to actually keep a guy around. It got to be, other things that make up the 80% makes it worth it.
And I'm glad you said that, because watch what happens next.
I don't know how, I don't know what made him decide to be with me. Yes, okay, living your life equivalent to player.
I wasn't trying to be with nobody.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to be with anybody. He ended up with me. That's why I keep asking you what happened. I'm giving him a hard time. I'm not giving him a hard time.
Tell it. Preach.
I make life so easy for this man.
Give me a hard time right now.
How am I giving you a hard time? Because you used to be a player and you don't want to admit you was a player. And you was a player. Admit it! You wasn't a player.
I'm gonna just say this real quick. He wasn't a player. Correction, he still is. And right now, ma'am, he's actually playing you.
I don't hate the player, hate the game.
He was still a player. You don't have to be with somebody to be a player. Listen, he was a player. He had a whole bunch of different girls he was doing like his his business with, you know what I mean? When you met me, did you even listen? When you met me, right? Did you say, "Hey, I want her to be my girlfriend," or "Hey, I want to fuck that"? Yes. Which one did you choose? You wasn't thinking. That's a lie. You wanted to do me. You told him you didn't want to do me.
First day on retail, we did not talk about sex at all.
At JR?
I did not approach you sexually.
Okay, he didn't
I
approach
was
you
connected
sexually.
to the experience first.
You did tell me that, but why? I just don't understand why me and not some other. Hey, look, Demetra even though he lied.
I'm sorry. I hate to keep stopping. You can't, and this is my husband, and I love him, and I tell him he's handsome all the time. But you never want to build a man up to the point where you put him in a pedestal that's higher than you. Saying things to him like,
"Why me and not all of these other women that you had in your life?"
At that point, he might start questioning it. Like, you need to have some level of confidence about yourself. You're acting like this man is gold and you're just a piece of dirt or something. Like, you're acting like he's so special. Like, first of all, he's 40-something years old with nothing. That in and of itself, for most, credible, smart thinking women, would be a no-go. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what kind of body you have. I don't care how light-skinned you are. No. If you're broke, I'm not interested. And you were. And you're making it seem like this dude is freaking an Adonis or something, and you need to chill out. That's probably why he played you so hardcore, because you just kept worshiping and licking this man's butt and balls.
I got plenty to say, but I'm going to withhold it for right now.
Okay.
Okay, now Two against me. Okay.
You wanted some ass. You wanted some ass. I'm telling you, because I don't think any guy would have been around me. If I would have tried to give it to you right then, you would have taken our first date.
I'm one of a kind.
I know that, but if
That's not.
but our first date, if I offered you some ass, you would
Of
have
course.
taken it. Okay,
That doesn't
then.
mean I wasn't
Okay, then.
looking for it.
You
Yeah.
did. You did. That's true. He didn't. Our first date, he didn't. He wasn't like that on our
We
first
ate a
date.
$98 dinner.
I know. We went to
That's
JR
from
Cricket.
JR Cricket.
It was supposed to be like some type of discount rate on crab legs, and we spent $90 on our first date.
Have Chinese, have Jamaican.
What are your thoughts on that part? Because I know you got something to say.
Me, I'm a frugal guy, so if he can satisfy her on $90, I say go for it.
I mean, but
it was the
they're
first
making it-
date anyway, so it's like
They're just making it seem like it's this astronomical amount of money, like $90.
well,
like,
you know what?
God dang,
It depends on how you look at it because most guys now look at it in the sense like, chick, I don't know you. Why do I want to even spend $50 on you? Why don't we just go get some coffee or something? So I say the first date, $90. It's like whatever. To
That's
me,
reasonable.
it's not a large amount, but hey,
No,
I
it's
mean.
not.
I mean, for them, it depends on how frugal you are. I mean,
Or
me,
how
I'm a frugal.
broke you are. Let's call it what it is. They were literally at their lowest financial point, and she's talking about like we were planning to have children. Do you hear this? Do you hear this?
Okay, I said I will withhold my judgment, but it's so many cringy things going on. Okay, first of all, I thought this happened when she was younger. The fact that she's 37, she's still thinking like this. She's in a hotel. Okay, they say 20s should be your building phase, but for a lot of people that's their stupid phase. But as you approach like that 30, you start hitting that 30s, they say most women want to build a family, settle down. And for guys, I hate to say it, guys, it's like you're kind of maybe still within that building phase, or you're starting to like really get momentum where it's like now rather than it's almost like pushing a car up the hill. Now you're like you're not at the you're at the peak and it's about to just roll down and take off. But here you have these two people in a hotel. I mean, I don't want to get on the heating plate thing, no big deal there, but they're in a hotel. It doesn't look like they have any stability to really bring forth a family. I'm not saying that, every child needs, well, I feel every child should have stability, but I know life happens. But come on.
And at her age, you had to plan that pregnancy. It wasn't that life happened. At 37, you're not just like sleeping with this dude and thinking, oh, okay, it happened. No, you're still having periods. You had to know you weren't on birth control. Come on now.
It's a clip that she has where she's talking about women standing in a Target's line at night to get single motherhood or whatnot. And then she also mentions guys having an I'm not crap written on their forehead. And it's like,
I don't remember that.
oh, it was a few clips like that. And I'm assuming from after this period.
Okay.
But the thing that gets me is you say that. And when I saw those clips, I was thinking you made maybe some bad decisions when you were younger. But dang that bitch, freaking 37 and you still making this. And then she say, I should keep my standards higher because the guy that you chose who wasn't in a good position, I mean, I guess didn't meet your standards, so now you send it higher. It's like, you know what? It was a woman who once said that sometimes women in this type of situation should just focus on raising their kids, getting them adulthood out the house, and then maybe focus on a relationship. Because right now it's like the decisions.
Very stupid. Very stupid. And you didn't make yourself look any better by posting this. I just want to keep pointing that out. I'm just saying.
37.
Remember? Listen, he told me to stop telling people he's Jamaican.
From the horse's mouth. I'm part Japanese. I grew up around Jamaicans.
That's why I call him half Asian, half Jamaican. Now you get it. He act like a black person. He's still black to me.
Most definitely, we still black.
Still black.
They're gonna call me like the rest of y'all. They're gonna stop me like the rest of y'all.
Look, I didn't think Soncerea did light skin or mixed race. I didn't. Actually. Actually, I
Got some just one of a kind.
he's special. Okay, just put it like that. He's special to me. I mean, if he was
There you go, just a
Mexican,
little Japanese.
Oh, so in other words, you were dick struck off of a light skinned dude that you thought was mixed, and maybe you wanted to have some little pretty light skinned kids or something, and that's just pathetic. I'm sorry. If that's really the reason why you tried to trap this man, that's disgusting.
I don't really get that. I just think she's thirsty.
I think she's thirsty, but it's like she wasn't hard up for other guys at that time. She was always supposedly dating somebody. But the fact that she just like tried to make this man, her whole world, she was walking around calling him her spiritual husband, even though the dude was married to a whole nother person. I feel like she was just dick struck off of the fact that he was biracial. She may not want to admit it, but that's why she rushed and got pregnant by him. There's chicks out there like that. They want to try to have a baby with good hair and all that weird stuff. Yeah, it happens.
if he was dark skinned and not mixed race, not biracial, I would still love him.
Yep, she was converted.
Converted.
I put that holy Asian on it.
A month or so after this, things got real weird between us because we found out I was pregnant. Initially, he was happy. Then, a month after he found out, he started acting different, and you can see the look on his face right here that says it all. I ended up talking to this estranged wife around this time as well, and she congratulated me. She was happy for us. She had moved on with her life. But he started acting real sus, and I'm assuming it was because he found some chick at his job to cheat on me with. Because he used to...
You can assume that it was another chick. The real reason he was with you is because he needed probably your money at that time. And then when he found out you were pregnant, he realized that the money you had would be stretched, not only between you and him, but now another whole person. And he would be expected to do something, and he didn't want to. He sounds like a deadbeat, but at the end of the day, you chose it.
I don't know why when you said the look, she said the look on his face when he was pregnant. I just thought of that. Hex no to the no.
Hell no to the no. Hell to the no.
Yeah, like he looked completely unhappy, and I feel like it was probably because he realized his meal ticket was about to end. What you think? Why do you think his real reason was to be so unhappy?
Only he would know. Let's just leave it like that.
Meet girls at his job before I came because so many girls was coming through there. So I think he just ran into another girl that he liked, and he just no longer wanted to have anything to do with me. He just started to be difficult to deal with, and then after a while, he just flat out told me, he didn't think that he loved me. He wanted to try to get back with his estranged wife. He wanted to sleep around with other women. He just finally confessed and told me the truth, and he said he didn't know how he felt about me. And to me, it's like when you see him and I together, we looked very much in love, so he just was good at acting, you feel me? I told him, hey, if you want to leave, that's fine. We don't have to be together, but just make sure that you are there for your son.
That's the end of the video, but I didn't get the vibe that he was very much in love with you, Soncerea. I got the vibe that you were being really annoying throughout the majority of the video that you showed us, and he was just tolerating you. In all the photos, he's literally sitting there like, he doesn't look happy at all.
First of all, don't make stupid decisions. And you shouldn't be making decisions like that, but whatever. Mm-hmm. Some people don't learn. But one, do not have kids out of wedlock. Why? Because let's say, for instance, me personally, I don't really believe in this, but let's say, for instance, there is that just right person for you. Say, for instance, you meet that Mr. Right. Chances are, if you have kids, the guy might deal with you, he might not, but you have a better chance of him dealing with you without kids, especially him finding out that you had kids out of wedlock.
And she only did it one other time, and it was years and years ago, because her daughter is something like 20 something years old now, and her son is like 5, I want to say. So it's not like she made the decision recently or anything. So she went a good long period of time without making that problem. She just was too old, in my own opinion, to be making it at this age. At the age when you're almost 40 and you decide to start a family with a married man.
Baby fever. She caught baby
And that
fever.
happens. I get it. But at the same time, like, I know what it's like to be a single mom, and it is hard. It's hard to get up and take care of a baby and a whole house and animals and everything, pay bills, get up and go to work, take care of. When you have a household by yourself, it is difficult. I thank God that I was able to do it for the time period until we got together, and now we're a family, and that I'm do everything I can to make sure, I do the right thing. But it's like, I don't even know. Like in her case, she just really tried to make a relationship happen with a dude that he may have been interested in her. He may have thought she was cute because she wasn't bad looking back then. We saw the picture. She was nice looking and she had a slim, thick kind of body and everything. But now that's way out the window. But anyway, she was a nice looking woman. She only had one kid that was grown. It's not like he had to come in and even deal with her child. It's just the fact that you didn't give him time. You didn't give him time to get through his divorce. You should have never tried to be with him if he was still married, because he could have easily just went back with his wife. They could have been just on a break or something, which is what initially happened. And not only did you not give him time, but you were trying to control that man. That's why you asked him, do you feel trapped? Because you probably low-key knew you were trapping that man. Why would you ask him that unless you felt in your heart like, I'm trapping this man? Like you caught him at his lowest point. He didn't even have a place to live. And you wanted to bring a child. To even think that you can start a family in a hotel and stuff. She should not have ever done that.
Stupid people make stupid decisions.
Yeah, it's true. But we as women, we cannot blame the man for our situations. She uses the word manifest a lot. And basically, you manifested that man into your life, that situation. And now you're dealing with the consequences and you need to just let it go. All right, you guys definitely leave us a comment and tell us what you think. And we'll see you next time. Stop for me. Get the stop!